Formation 4-2-3-1. Okay, let's start. Let's start with 4-2-3-1. If I can figure this effing thing out. Ooh, let's give it a title. Subtitle: No rats allowed. Good. There we go. How do we change the formation on this? Ah, there we go. So you said 4-2-3-1. Okay, we'll start with 4-2-3-1. So it's probably good. Yeah, I mean it's going to be Allison, right? Clearly. I mean this is how some of these will kind of pick themselves, I think. He's going to be like that. Going to be like that. Yeah, we'll try changing it to 4-2-4 later. And then we'll see how that looks, and does that look any better or does it look worse? We'll play about a bit. So yeah, 100% Allison, Kanate. Oh gee, I wonder who's gonna be in the. Nah, I'm just messing with you. It's not gonna be Kwanzaa. Yep. I think that back. Yeah, we've also played 4-2-2-2. In certain cases, in kind of certain games, it kind of looks like we've got like three at the back, but the team builds up in kind of lots of different ways. So I think that as the back line, I think that looks good because it's similar to what we had this year. So we're not changing a winning formula too much, but equally it rejuvenates the area where everyone feels like we needed to strengthen. This is where it gets a bit tricky. Let's do this. Should we do this first based on how the squad is right now, if you know what I mean? And we'll include Frimpong, we'll include Kirkes, and we'll include Florian Wirtz. Sinus says Gravi Maka. Pixel says Gravenberg. Yep. We're both you guys on that. Yeah. The only thing I was thinking, and again, we'll see this when. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can do it on this website. Oh no, I can move shit. Sorry, I can move stuff around. What I was gonna say is, during the game, could like that happen? You know what I mean? During the game, could that happen? Yeah, that's our build up, yeah. Interesting. Let's put it back for now. And then we can move the again, I've probably packed it a bit too close there, but never mind. Right wing, oh gee, I wonder who this is gonna be. Um, yeah, that's the way we kind of build up. Yeah, 3 back and 7 up top. Yeah, Gravenberch kind of sits in a bit deeper, allows the fullbacks to kind of get forward. Seems pretty sensible, really. We would like to pin in the opponent, yeah, and not give them any room to breathe. So I'd put Salah there. As we have Pixel in the chat, we must put Luis Diaz in there. I'm just trying to think. Again, let's just do this for now. Does that look realistic? Something like that? That could be another way. Again, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. That's kind of why I'm kind of so excited for preseason. I've not been this excited for preseason in a long while. This Real Madrid game still going, but never mind. It could be something like that. 100% agreed. That could be a way we play. That could work. 4-2-2-2. Swapping McAllister with Szoboszlai. Okay, that would be interesting. So something like that too. You might be onto something there. I think you might be onto something there. And I think the reason for that is, firstly, Szoboszlai did play deeper versus Brighton and he did look really, really good. And I think additionally, now you have like a crazy workhorse in the back line of the midfield in Szoboszlai, and then you got a technical player there. And you also have a crazy workhorse in Wirtz. You also have a crazy workhorse in Wirtz, and then the technical player in McAllister. So maybe like this, actually. It probably doesn't make too much of a difference, but maybe something like that. I feel like Gravenberch is technical. Wirtz is a workhorse. He's technical as well, but just for the purposes of this point. McAllister is technical. Szoboszlai is a workhorse. So you got workhorse and technical in the back too, and you got workhorse and technical in the front too. Let Szoboszlai be the 8. Hampy says, honestly, rotate McAllister and Szoboszlai. Let them share the 8. We don't want to be in England who tried. Interesting. We don't want to be... Oh, right. So you're saying we don't want to be in England who tried to jam all the players in to get all the best players on the pitch. So are you saying there, Hampy, based on the game, certain games Szoboszlai plays here, certain games McAllister plays there instead? So let's pretend it's... who else have we got in midfield? Let me just... Again, I'm perhaps being a bit... How do I change this? I'm perhaps being a bit too exotic here, but if we change this to Shirky, and it hasn't effing changed it to Shirky, all it does is change the guy's name. Again, we're just having fun here. So I think what Hampy might be saying, and correct me if you're wrong, in certain games it will be that, and in certain games it will be that. Oh, Jesus. He's McAllister. Not McAllister, but McAllister. So I think he's saying rotate the 8. And I guess I mean, I guess there's scope to rotate all these positions to a certain degree. Honestly, the season requires depth, and Wirtz is our next superstar. He is. Um, when I think when Salah, in some ways, even though they don't necessarily play the same position, I feel like Wirtz is kind of the heir to Salah, even though they're not the same position, but you know what I mean. So let's say Salah, say on the left here, there's a plane to Saudi, and Salah catches his plane to Saudi. Wirtz will maybe then be, again, not necessarily central, but he will be quote unquote the big star in the team. And this is what we always cry about, right? We always kind of say we need to get the next generation in, whilst the existing generation is already here, so they can learn off each other. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you that, Josh. It was just I just wanted to think of a different person, just to kind of explain Hampy's point. Because Hampy was saying rotate McAllister and Szoboszlai in the 8. So for the purposes of this discussion, again, even though he won't necessarily be here, even though I don't think he's here, just basically somebody there so that McAllister and Szoboszlai could rotate there. Pixel says Szoboszlai's work rate is really good with him being deeper. Leaves more creativity for Wirtz and McAllister. Plus McAllister can play the 10 role and Wirtz can flow everywhere, with Diaz and Salah cutting in. I think the Diaz and Salah cutting in point is really important. And you know why it's really important? Because these two MFers are gonna be doing this the entire damn game. They're gonna be doing this the entire damn game. Our friend from the Netherlands is gonna be doing this the entire game. And our buddy from Hungary, whoever it is going to be doing this the entire damn game. And I think when they do this, and again, I'm just doing this for argument's sake, that then pulls the fullback out to the fullback's left. That pulls the fullback out to the fullback's right, which then lets Diaz and Salah get even more central. And then it kind of looks like a bit of a Christmas tree to a certain degree. It kind of looks like a man deadlifting, but yeah, there's scope for that sort of thing to happen. Yeah, he's the heir to the Salah, 100%. No, right. Yeah, that's the subtitle. It said pick a squad title, and I was like, okay, and then it said pick a subtitle. Yeah. Hampy says, play a double pivot. Let Grav sit deep and join a back four, similar to Fabinho did Wirtz in the 9. Yeah, that was kind of what we were playing with initially. So let's put this kind of back to how it was. So it's kind of like that. And let's just put Wirtz there for argument's sake. Play a double pivot. So yeah, that's the double pivot there. And we can probably correct this one for argument's sake. Again, we don't know. It could be somebody else, but let's just go with these players for now. Play a double pivot. Let Grav sit deep and join the back four, similar to how Fabinho did Wirtz in the 9. So I think perhaps what Hampy is saying there, McAllister could push on or could at least be a bit more advanced. And I think in many games we do see McAllister as a bit more advanced. But I think the reason why that point is important is because these guys, in terms of Frimpong and your Kirkes, they're going to be bombing up and down, which then does let Kanata go a bit wider, Virgil go a bit wider, and then Wider? Is that a German word? Wider. Or is it like an Indian word? But then it'll let Gravenberch kind of sit in there. And then something like that. Good work. That's an option too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. How Fabinho used to do it. Mr. Tavares, who doing this greatly, but yeah, I'd like to see some competition brought in for Gravenberch. He's my favorite player, but I don't want his little legs going before he's 25. So we can get some assistance for Gravenberch. That would be really good. Pixel says McAllister and Sabazlai will need rotation. They're both high working players who are key in their national teams too. Yeah. I think I think a additional body at the very least in midfield. For me that's a priority. I'm very excited about the fullback. Very excited about Wirtz. Very excited about another attacking player that we'll probably get. But I think another body in midfield who's gonna play. You know what I mean? I don't want like somebody who the manager doesn't like. But I'm sure they would have done their homework. They would have collated data models on each position, and I'm sure we'll have another defensive midfielder for next season. Hampy says, I would love Edison from Atlanta. Yeah, he's very good. That guy, very well, very well rounded. We've not been going for 3 hours. It's hard to get basic English words out, but very well rounded. Yeah. So again, we're just playing about for fun. It's this one over here. That could work. Something like that could work. It would probably be like that, I think. Like McAllister slightly to the left, Sabazlai slightly to the right. I think Salah would probably be a bit higher up. Wirtz would maybe a bit deeper because he's like a false. He can play the false nine role. Something like that. I appreciate it's kind of top heavy to the right hand side, but you know what I mean. Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace for 60 million. I do like Adam Wharton. He's another good option. He's English too, counts towards the quota and all that fun stuff. Ooh. See, this is when you know I've been going for too long. I can't spell basic words. Adam Wharton as well. What I've noticed as well that if I put like Gravenberch back in, have you noticed like on these pictures, right? Let me just fix this. On these pictures, all the Liverpool players are smiling. Have you noticed that? Alisson smiling, Kanate smiling, Gravenberch smiling, Van Dijk smiling, McAllister's really smiling, Szoboszlai smiling, Salah's smiling, Diaz is smiling, Kirkes as well, but that's besides the point. But Frimpong and Wirtz don't look very happy. So hopefully next year they will also be smiling. Hint, hint. They must have. It must have been a terrible day in the Leverkusen media room that day because they look not particularly happy. Adam Wharton is this? Yeah, he's got a good. His performance in the final was exquisite, to say the least. Wharton's a very good player. I don't think we'll get him, but I'll be happy if we did. We'll have to watch a lot of German national team football now with Wirtz. Yeah, now we're watching German football. Now we're watching Hungarian football. It's like, yeah, we'll be very busy. It's good because there's chemistry in the squad, 100%. Who was the last German Liverpool had? I was gonna say Klopp as well. Joel Matip. No, Joel Matip was from Cameroon, even though he had a very strong German accent. I don't know if you've ever heard Joel Matip speak, but he's got the best accent. German player. Emre Can. Must be right. He's German. I don't think there was anyone after Shan. Yeah, fair enough. Surprised I remembered that, to be honest. But yeah, this is probably how we will kind of choke teams. Something like that. Only concern is Sabozline Wirtz maybe a bit too close, but I don't know. Probably something like that. In reality, I mean, the issue is this green circle is massive, but in reality, they will take up, like, Sabozline's head isn't the size of the center circle. Oh god, you have to remind us of Loris Karius. Oh god, yeah, might be Karius actually. Well, maybe yeah. I mean, it's got to be Karius, I think. But yeah, that should be it. Should be good. Cool. Well, anyway. Oh, we've got Christian here, the Inter Milan fan, says ciao, dilly ding, dilly dong. Said hi. How you doing, Christian? Hope you're good. Hope you're looking forward to the Champions League final. Commiserations on the league. I think Napoli ended up winning it, but yeah, we will be streaming the Champions League final. So hopefully that's a good result for you there. Fingers crossed. But yeah, cool. So I've been sitting here for 3 hours. Both my legs have gone to sleep. My Apple Watch is complaining that I've barely done anything from an exercise perspective today. So I'm probably gonna scram, but I will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow for the Liverpool game. Arsenal goal. Oh, nice. Even though we don't want Barcelona to win, I find it hard to support Arsenal. Will.s7 says, Wirtz up front, he's a box-to-box for Leverkusen. Yeah, I know. We were just kind of playing about with kind of different formations. Originally we kind of had Wirtz kind of over there. We kind of had, I think we had Diaz there. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't allow to rewind on the TikTok. Yeah, just having a bit of fun, really. Just seeing how things could work. Yeah. So right, Napoli champion in Italy, Internazionale champion in Europa, 3-1. Could happen, mate. Could happen. PSG are tough. But you can do it. Inter are tough as well. So I think you got a good chance. You cannot have 3 Mo Salahs. Fair point. I do think we've been highly reliant. I do think we've been highly reliant on Salah having a generational season this year. Which in all likelihood probably won't happen again. So even though this is a winning team, or even though this year's team has been a winning team, I feel like to kind of move forward, they had to innovate and try and kind of change things, because we can't rely on Salah scoring a gazillion goals again next year. Sky Sport interviewed Arne Slot. Nah, I'm looking forward to it. I like Slot's approach in interviews. He's quite blunt, and he'll kind of joke around a bit, and yeah, it's refreshing. It's refreshing from the kind of standard robotic answers that you always get, isn't it? Like, it's all about the next game. Oh well, we'll go again next time. It's just pointless. I like when kind of managers and players show their personality a bit. Makes them feel a bit more human. Christian's prediction is a lofty prediction. 3-1 PSG. It's possible. It's possible. Anything's possible, man. Especially in cup football. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, should be back tomorrow. Should be back tomorrow. I need to go now because I'm about to hit the 3 hour mark. I've not burned enough calories today, and my watch is gonna come. I've got a streak going, which is on like 700 days, and I can't. I don't want to lose it now. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Lautaro, Thuram, Barea, quality players, mate. Quality players. Bastoni as well. Like, you got a good team. Let's see what happens. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Liverpool game, 4 o'clock. If any of you guys are around. 4 o'clock UK time. If any of you guys are around. But yeah, we'll catch up. We'll catch up soon, I'm sure. And yeah, we'll go from there. Cool. I'm not making any sense, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Cheers.